everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King. So this book follows Vera, who has been secretly in love with her best friend Charlie for years now. But then Charlie starts to change and she begins to resent him and feel like she doesn't know who he is anymore. But then soon after that he dies and she holds some secrets surrounding his death that she won't tell anyone, and she is trying to come to terms with his death at the same time as holding these secrets, and this novel just kind of follows the story of that. The writing of this book was really quirky and unique. I haven't read any A.S. King before, but I've heard fantastic things, and this was the first book that I read of hers, and I did like the writing. I found it to be really different, and it was probably the best part of the book. There were multiple perspectives used, really different and unique perspectives. There's a perspective of a building, you get the perspective of her father. I think it was used really well to show you, like, it was kind of the author showing you exactly what she wanted you to see, and I think she was able to do that really effectively. And I think that's really the most interesting part of the book, and the part that I liked the most was that use of perspective, because I'm a sucker for a good, like, perspective use. I just love that, and I just think, I mean, you get the perspective of the dead guy. It's really cool, and it made the book just kind of go to the next level. The characters, on the other hand, fell completely flat for me. Vera was a character that I did not care for at all. She was just kind of the one-dimensional, troubled teen, and it just didn't do anything for me. I tried so hard to care about the characters, but I just couldn't. Vera, if anything, was just an irritating character because you see her kind of floundering as she's trying to get her footing again after Charlie's died, and she knows something about it that she won't tell anyone, but you never really get to see her develop beyond that, and that just really bugged me and just made her kind of this flat character that I just did not care for. Even Charlie was a more intriguing character to me than Vera, and he's dead. Like, I just felt like this was more so Charlie's story than it was Vera's, and it's just told through her perspective. She's kind of just being used as a vehicle to tell his story, which I didn't necessarily mind. I just wish that she had had a little bit more dimension to her to tell his story, because he is such an odd, strange, just all-around weird character, mostly because of his crappy circumstances, but I think he needed more of a dynamic character to tell his story. The plot is actually where the majority of my issues lie. I found that it just had a lack of direction, and it was just kind of thrown together haphazardly. I felt like you were just always constantly, like, it was really slow, so you were always constantly waiting for this big reveal, and then it just happened so quickly that you almost missed it, and it was just kind of glossed over. Like, it just jumped between the past and the present so sporadically that my head was starting to spin, and it just made me not be able to enjoy this book at all. I do understand that the erratic nature of the plot was probably trying to reflect the mental state of Vera, but I just don't think that it was a really effective way of doing that. It just made the book seem like it was really sporadic and just all over the place, not put together at all, and I would have liked a cleaner story. I just think it would have worked better. I do understand that the quirkiness that was kind of feeding into that, but I don't know, it just really fell flat for me. I think the characters didn't really have the ability to stand by themselves. They were really defined by their relationships to other characters, particularly Vera and her relationship to living Charlie and dead Charlie. I think that that really is what made her a character. She could not stand alone apart from Charlie, which I wish that she had had that kind of independence in being written a little bit independently. I think that would have made this book a lot better. The one relationship that I did really enjoy was seeing Vera and her father's. I liked the fact that the father was involved in the story and you got his perspective too. I think that the relationship between father and daughter, especially because of the circumstances and all that they've been through, was a very effective relationship to have brought into the story. Overall, I unfortunately gave this book a 1 out of 5 stars. I really just did not enjoy it. I think it does have a lot of potential. If you're really into kind of quirky, really weird books, then you might really like this one, but for me, it just wasn't for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you've read this book, let me know your thoughts on it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!